All right, so here we have a 8 Real that I picked up from eBay, and I got this one for a pretty good deal. I think it was 275, which to me is a pretty good deal. Now, this is NGC's picture that they took. So they took a picture of the coin after they slabbed it at the top, and then you can see on the top left you have the shield, the right side up shield, and then on the top right you have the cross side. Um, Now this coin doesn't turn over to where it's like perfectly flippable. So the lion and the castles are kind of laying down to the right on the top right picture. Um, the pictures below are, I believe, before they slabbed it. They took a photo under more lighting. You can see kind of the reflections, and this kind of shows you a bit more of the relief, more of the detail that you can potentially like see from this coin. I will say though, with all these black spots and brown spots on it, especially without that lighting, this coin's kind of fugly. So I got a really good deal on it. I don't think I'm gonna devalue it below what I purchased it for if by cleaning it. So I am gonna go ahead and take a crack at cleaning it. Um, I've kind of watched a few videos on different ways to do this. There are a lot of different ways, actually. One of them was wrapping them loosely in tin foil and putting them in a 1/4 to 3/4 muriatic water mix. Um, and then what happens is they start to bubble. It starts to get off some of that like patina. It starts to remove some of that tarnish, and it dissolves the aluminum foil around the coin pretty quickly. It does give off some fumes and stuff like that. So uh, when they were doing it, they were in a well ventilated area, preferably like outdoors or something. And it happened pretty quickly. So I don't think I'm gonna try that way. Because one, you are using like an acid. Mostly the muriatic acid is used in preparation when these are covered in sand and calcium based incrustations, and that muriatic acid will eat calcium away and calcite off of things. So it's kind of like the prep thing that some people will do. But when you wrap it in the foil, I don't know. It seems to be like depending on what side of the foil you use, you can leave a sheen on the coin, kind of like a hue. Uh, I don't know if that's like a toning hue, but I've seen people do it and it comes out a little pinkish. So I'm trying to avoid leaving a hue on the coin. This might already have one on it. I mean, it's toned a particular color, but I believe that's gonna remove when I go to clean it. So the method I believe I'm gonna use here is citric acid, 5% citric acid, 95% water. I don't know if that's too diluted or not, but I'd rather try a too diluted mixture than a too aggressive mixture. And so you just kind of put the little citric acid, um, salt like, powder crystals um, in some water and stir it around to kind of mix it up. And then you set them, uh, you put a couple layers of aluminum foil in bottom of a container, and then you set them in the container, and then you pour in the citric acid. Probably over explaining this, but I might make a video of me actually doing it. So this might be a bit of an over explanation, but it doesn't hurt to get some clarity on what's being done. So after it sits in the citric acid water mix on top of the foil for a bit, you put some baking soda on it and you rub it into it, and you can probably clean a lot of it with just baking soda from there on out. Uh, if I do need something, if I do need a way to clean it further, and the baking soda isn't just doing it on its own, you can take just boiling water and drop them in the boiling water, not in a pan, but like, you pour it into a container after you boil it while it's hot, and then you drop them in the container, and then you pour some baking soda in there, and that seems to brighten silver just in general as well. So that's another method you can use. That seemed to, you leave it in there for a bit, that seemed to brighten it the most. I do kind of want some of the tarnish to like remain along the edges of the relief, so it kind of makes the details pop. But I would like to try to remove like some of these really black spots on here that are just kind of ugly. And those are in some of the open areas. So hopefully those will clean up. Um, Down the bottom left picture, there's like, I don't know, some corrosion or something in the bottom left. I'm gonna have to check that out when I get it in person. If that is a remnant of like an incrustation, I might have to use like a little bit of muriatic acid, pretty, real quick, just to clean it off first before I go into the citric acid mix. But yeah, this is all just, I mean, nothing's in exact science, and I'm sure every coin could be, there could be a different method to clean every individual coin that could be better. So just, I have a playlist if you're interested in actually purchasing a dirty coin and cleaning it, or if you're just interested in cop coins in general and you don't want to clean them. You could check out the playlist I have. I think it's called like pirate ship coins or shipwreck coins, or cob coins. I don't know. If you go to my playlists, it's obviously the one there that relates to this, but you can check it out. But anyways, I've been rambling for 8 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop now.